All right. Okay. We are gonna talk about this video. We're gonna talk about variables in Python. See here, like a variable is a container. It stores value. It has value and store is have a space in memory. You know. So in memory, the name of the variable, a name of the variable, and then the value is 4.76. Okay, we want to add these together, 4.76 plus 5.13, and then see what we do. We write like this: a plus b. We give the value for the variable 4.76, for b 5.13, and then it adds together. A plus b is going to be 9.89, right? uh, and then we say store it in C, and then print the C. Print here, you see that here, print C. uh, no, we got two of them. If you just want to print C, then you erase this one now. Or if you want to uh, print both of them, and then the format we use here, we can, okay, let's run this one first. It's a 9.89 24. It's the result of this one, C comma D, the result of C, which is a plus b, 9.89, and then we multiply this together, a and b. D, we're going to put it here and print D. Okay, it prints D. It's going to be 24 with so many decimal places, But that's the way you print the new value for C, C and D, which is C A plus B, and D is A multiplied by. And then we can write this one too, okay? We can write this way, it's say hey, print instead of this one. And then I will later talk about this one. Actually, it new create new line, and C is the result of this. We want it this way. This is the result of addition this way. Okay. Let's for now we put it here. Let's see. We don't want to show this one. Okay. Hashtag behind it. And now if you just said it didn't write the C and D in the upper here, wrote C and D next to each other, and here. Okay, it said the result of addition. We can write it this way. You gotta get a definition for a name. For example, here you could write number one, number two, and then uh, C is going to be equal to number one times or plus number two, and anything you can give the name to these variables. Okay. See, I put a backslash n. We will talk about it here. See if right now it's something like this. We put it here and put this C, the value of C, in the next line. Okay, if you want to come back to see the result of value in front of it, you know, we just eliminate that and run it and see. It said the result of addition is 9.89. And then here you can, because it gets separated to see more readable, you put a print here. That printer just empty line. If you put a, like this is, if you put a hashtag behind it, is a comment that doesn't read. The program doesn't read it. And then when you run it, see these two lines just next to each other. No empty line in between. And but if you want to, you know, make it more clear and readable, you put this in here, in empty line between these two lines. Okay, so another things I was going to talk about it, we can use this kind of, make it more fancy, you know, like you say that, hey, this has a lot of like D, let's print D. Okay, let's just print D, for example. Okay, what happens here, it write the result of this is 9.89, and the addition is 9.99, the result of addition, and then it's right the number, the D, when you multiply A times B, it's going to be 4 times 5, say it's 5 times 5, almost 25, it's going to be less than 25, so it's 24 point. So you write it with so many decimal places, over 15, yeah. So yeah, because you know it's about 12 decimal places, but you don't want to write it in this way. You just say, hey, we said result of multiplication and the result of D, A times B. You put it, you curly braces, you write this column and then point to F, and then you close and put it in the quotation, either in one single quotation or a double quotation. So what it does, okay, let's see, the result of multiplication is, okay, we didn't write is, now the result of multiplication is 24.42. So 2 decimal places. Now if you want to make it 3 decimal places, okay, you just change it to 3 and then run it. It said 24.419, 3 decimal places after this 24. Okay, that's the, you know, just to give you some idea. Let's talk about another. Oh, okay. Let's see this one. This is almost the same. Okay. See, say variable a 10.5. This is you can, you know, change anything here. Like you say 20. Oh, I said 12. Let me 12. Okay, when you run it, A is 12, B is 5. Multiplication A times B is, you put it in the variable name multiplication. The addition you put add, and subtraction you put A minus B, and division. And then we've got to print all those, like the first one, we print subtraction, A minus B. A minus B is going to be 7, because 12 minus 5 is going to be 7. And then division, this one, divided by 12 divided by 5 is going to be 2.4. Okay, and then see, according to this sequence, subtraction first, division, then multiplication, addition. No, you don't see. These are subtraction, division, multiplication. 12 times 12 is going to be 60 and so. So always you could say, as I said, you can make it more interesting, like say, just say subtraction is okay, and then put it in the quotation, and then here you put a comma here. Now you have the description of what is the print is going to be. Say like here is going to be 7, but 7 is going to be what? You're going to say that subtraction is the result of subtraction, is subtraction the result, actually the result. Result of subtraction. And then when you run it, it said this message is going to come with the subtraction value. Subtraction a minus b is going to be what? 12 minus 6 is going to be 7. Okay, we write here, see here, it said the result of subtraction, okay, I didn't put a space here, is 7. The result of subtraction. See, you can put all this together, and here you can format it. When you format it, you say there are two variables. Here, this one has 2 variables, okay, in there, and these curly braces are for 2 variables. This is the first one. This is the first one, multi, and this is the add. See, if you say that. Like see here, see what it says. The result is 60 is 3. We got 3 decimal places after this 60, and then 2 decimal places here for addition. Addition 12 plus 5 is going to be 17, and save it to you can put 1 even, then this is going to be changed to 1 decimal places. This is addition 17.0. 17.0. Okay, now we can write it this way. Say put it in the quotation and put this in the quotation, and then format the first one and the second one. What it said, we have this one here, like subtraction and division. The value of subtraction and division, what is that? Subtraction and division is subtraction is 7. Okay, 7, and division, how much is going to be division? Division is 2.4. And then you can put the 7 and 2.1. Sometimes it's a dollar sign behind it. It can make it like $7 with, let's say, 1 decimal places. $7, and 2.40. 2.40 is the division. It does 2.4 and then it add 2.40. Say 2 decimal. Okay, and then we go to another case here. Okay, now we can talk about something that the user want to input. Here say we want to find out convert Celsius, in Fahrenheit. So the degree, the how we can do this way. We can write, okay, if we there are two ways doing it. Okay, it says CE or Celsius. CE is equal like 10 degree centigrade. How much is going to be? And we put here a hashtag that this is just a comment. Not we say here CE, okay, is 10. So what is got 1.8 times 10 plus 32, 18 plus 32 is going to be 50, right? And then you write 50. And we wanted on this with two decimal places, we first print Fahrenheit, and then it's 50. Okay, and then we write the explanation that degree in Fahrenheit is 50 with two decimal places. So sometimes, but not always, you want to give a value to the user input. Through the user input, what we do is, let's put this, and then say, here we say we want to enter the degree in Celsius. It's a integer, int. Okay, we will talk about this later. Don't try to understand everything just one time, all the. So integer and then input. Enter a degree in Celsius. Okay. And then you want to insert yourself like, okay, let's run it. It's ask for a degree, enter a degree in Celsius, enter a degree in Celsius. Like we say 24. It's going to be 75.2 is 75.2. See what it does here, 1.8 times CE times plus 32, that's the formula for to convert it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So 1.5 times CE, the value you enter here, I'd said enter, you say enter the number here, enter the degree number 24. I inserted 24. So 24 times 1.8 plus 32 is going to be 75.2. So this time you just every time you run the program, if it ask, like you say, okay, what is degree in 37 in, remember that this flashing is going to be right here, okay, say 37 and then enter. Okay, this is going to be 98.6, the degree in Fahrenheit. See what I did? I inserted. The computer asked me to enter a degree in Celsius. That 37 I inserted, and then they say, okay, I said we don't want all these decimal number after this, just two of them. Now say 0.2 here, and then format introduce the. Actually, this one is going to be this one here. That you talk about it. I mean, Fahrenheit is going to be only two decimal places after you get the result. It's going to be only two decimal places here, 98.6. So, so there are two ways. So either you write the number here, and then that we talked about it, and it continues, do that. Now the same thing here. Okay. The reason I brought this one here more talk about variables. Variables here that see a, we're going to put another number, the same example we solved, but this one the user going to put ask user to put some number in it. But here is number A is integer, this is float. Integer is, whole number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, doesn't have the decimal places. Float has decimal places. So here, like, let's run it. Say A plus B, we have to give A, we run this one, it's enter an integer, this one, it's an integer. Okay, I say is 10, 11, for example, and then enter. I said ask a decimal number, enter the decimal, because this is float. If you got to put the decimal number here, and then you put 5.9, and then enter, and then what is going to, the addition is going to be 16.9, 11 plus 5.9 is going to be 16.9, and see if when it gets too crowded, you want to open a new line, or this one, it's a print empty. So it is, and there is another one here. If you can, you can copy and paste it here. See, it's gonna. These are gonna open a new line, empty line. After this one, after printing this one, it's gonna be new line, and then after this one, it's gonna be new. Okay, so this is a little bit too crowded. So we run it, and it's asking for integer. And so if I put like 3.9, what is happening? He said that's wrong. You got to put the integer. Okay. Now I put. You run it. Okay, I put here 12, and then a decimal like 3.1854, for example. Oops. Actually, I used comma. Integer 4, 2.1. I'd say the resulted addition is going to be 6.1. And the result addition is 6.1. And then we say the result of multiplication, it just has two decimal places. It was 8.4, the result of these two times this one, 4 times 2, it's going to be 8.4. Addition is going to be, you write it like this. Okay, this is asking us. A, you remember that if it's integer, you put int. If you want to enter an integer, you're going to put int and is explode. And there are some other things that I don't want you to like. Boolean is a true or false, and a few other things that we don't want. I don't want to get into that. It's a kind of confusing. I mean, you got to learn these things first, and then, okay, let's see. Okay, here there is an example. There is an example here. You have. You want to know, like, you have gone so many miles and you consume so many gallons, and then you want to see for every gallon how many miles did you go for every gallon. And then here he using the input from user, otherwise you just put so these are variables. They can be, you can put just m here, for example, just put m, Now let's run it. Okay, it's a enter the mileage. Okay, it we had 300 mile. And how many gallon did you use? Like say 15 mile. 15 is 20. It's a mile per gallon. Okay, it means every gallon you went 20 miles. So it is 15 times 20. It's going to be 300 miles. You know. So this is a way of so you can one of the things here I could to talk about it. You're using this one, okay, and then this one is going to be the new line. See, no, see what's going to happen. Okay, enter mileage. See, it didn't ask to enter the mileage. Open the new line, and you have to enter the mileage here if you want to do this way. Like say 200 mile. How many gallon? Say 9 gallon. Oh, see here, one of the things is just getting so close to this one. 9 is let's have a space here. When you ask for gallons, you gotta put a space here. You know, how many gallons? And then this one here. Okay, it's a enter the mile. And see, that's why I was using those is the, if you want to use, just two decimal places, you use the same things. We talked about it, in the last example. So these are the things. Another, you can, as I said, you can change it to M. And here you say mile, you don't have mile, M, just M. Oh, the same thing. There doesn't. Okay. Let me get back to this one. I will. For this one, I will explain later. Why it entered the mileage, and then I'm just going to show you. I wrote something that it showed it talks invalidation for integer. See. So I think it's almost over, and see, if you want to this, I was gonna say this one, like just write M, okay, and then you got to write this one M. See, it doesn't accept it,